Students and their parents have been going through a lot over the past year, with schools going online because of the pandemic and the slow return of in-person learning. And because 11 Alive is where Atlanta speaks, we wanted to know how you're really feeling as we finish out the school year. Liza Lucas is breaking down the results of our exclusive 11 Alive USA survey poll.
When it comes to the pandemic's impact on students, we wanted to hear your take. Which concerns you more? Nearly half of people in our poll say they worry more about the potential long-term effects of schools being closed for in-person learning, though 39% are more concerned about the health impacts of schools staying open. This question was also split. When it comes to sending your kids back to school before teachers get the vaccine, 32% say you felt very safe doing so, 27% somewhat safe, while more than one-third in our poll feel it's not a safe option for students to return to in-person learning before teachers are vaccinated. When it comes to the alternative, remote learning, you also had thoughts. 23% say their kids succeeded with remote learning, 49% fared okay, while 27% struggled. And as we look towards the fall, almost half of those in our poll plan to send their kids back to full-time in-person learning, while 15% say they're planning to stick with virtual learning when the school year kicks off in August.
Mixed feelings there. So the numbers are one thing, but we also wanted to hear straight from the families across the metro about how they're feeling right now. Here's what they had to say.
I still feel like you can never be too safe with the coronavirus going around, even though you got the vaccine out. Like, you can still, children are still coming to school every day and they're around people in their family, so it can still travel basically. So
our teenagers are going to go back to school. The reason being, I think number one, there's a social aspect to it that's very important for kids of that age, and I'm seeing it in my boys, but I'm sure others are seeing it as well, that they're kind of struggling a little bit. And then academically as well, I just don't think they're getting the same level of instruction doing it virtually as they would in the classroom.
I'm going to go ahead and let the babies go back in the fall. I have twin girls. They're autistic, and due to their different severities of autism on the spectrum, I am not a good teacher.
I definitely plan for them to go back. Socially, they just had a hard time being home.
I'm gonna be honest and say I don't think it's that safe. In my part of town, I don't feel like people are taking it as seriously as they have. You go to supermarkets, everybody's not masked up. I don't feel it's too safe.
I think just normalcy is pretty huge right now for the kids. The last year's been pretty rough on everybody, to tell you the truth.
That's the truth. And Chesley, you know better than any of us here, you're a professor. Each student learns differently. Some really cannot be outside that classroom in order to make those good grades.
Yeah, it puts an extra responsibility on the kid or the child as far as making sure they're on schedule, on pace, that kind of thing. It puts the onus back on them. So, and like you said, not everybody learns the same. So, yeah, we'll see.